It's Friday, and it's time for another episode of The Rodriguez Show. My name is Cesar Rodriguez, keeping it funky, keeping it fresh, and keeping it sexy since the year 1992. And obviously, I'm not in the studio today. I am outside here at Beats on Center Street in Anaheim. We told you last week we were going to be out here, and I just decided to record an entire episode. So that's dope. I'm here. I'm excited. I'm going to talk to the artists. And if you're listening on the radio, I'm going to play some of their songs. And yeah, it's going to be a great episode. Shout out real quick to Million Lovers, who let us borrow their tent for this. I did not have a tent, and so they're sponsoring with a tent. Shout out to Million Lovers. They're a vintage reseller. Follow them on Instagram. And yeah, all right, guys, keep tuning in. We're going to get into a Mondo mix, and I'm going to start interviewing some people, playing some music. It's going to be a fun night here in Anaheim. So let's get to it right now on The Rodriguez Show. And we are back on The Rodriguez Show, and we have two very special guests here. We have Richard and Isabella. And how do you guys feel? How do you feel right now after doing your set?
Ask her first.
Yeah. I feel good.
Yeah.
Nervous though, but good.
Nice. And we should give people some context as to what just happened. So the Boys and Girls Club has a program where you teach people how to DJ. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so what happened was the Boys and Girls Club was able to help us put a DJ program into the club for all the kids to learn. So since then, we've been able to go to different venues and do concerts. And Izzy here is one of the newer students.
Nice.
But after the performance she put on today, I just was like, who better to talk about the program than her? So
nice.
I think she's probably the best example, as well as the other kids that were performing today.
Yeah.
They really did amazing.
All great sets. So Izzy, why did you decide you wanted to DJ?
I really have this soft spot for music, and I enjoy listening to it. And I feel like it would be cool to make my own music, but switch it up.
Nice. So how did you pick the songs that you were gonna mix today?
I usually, often in my household, I hear that type of music and I enjoy it. So I'm like, might as well just do that type of music.
Nice. So who are your inspirations in terms of DJing?
My aunt and my mom.
Nice.
Really
They DJ too?
On a side note, her aunt is filming off screen right now. So I'm not going to say who her aunt is, but yeah, that's pretty funny. So
nice.
That's her.
So what are you hoping to do with it? Do you want to just keep growing it until you're DJing all over the place?
I don't know. It's just try it, and if I don't like it, then I will do something else. But if I like it, I'm going to continue on.
Nice. That's so great. Well, it's good to start young because you have to get that practice in, and then you're just going to keep getting better and better. Richard, what are your goals for the program?
You know what? To be honest with you, I really like watching the kids develop. I like watching them. When Izzy first came in, she was one of the quiet kids in the class. She quickly rose to the front. She went out of her way to come around, talk to me, wanted to learn certain things, and that's the development that I really like to see. Challen was one of my first students, and to watch him grow has just been amazing. Nice. AJ, who is another new student, has just grown so much in just a couple of weeks. That's really the goal for me, to get as many kids as I can to fall in love with music and express themselves through it, and I think that ultimately is my goal.
That's dope. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. Great job once again. And thank you for what you guys are doing for the community.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Hey,
Shout out to the podcast, man. We really appreciate it.
We'll be back on The Rodriguez Show. We have another special guest out here in our live in Anaheim episode, returning Viliami. What's up, man?
So, bro, how you?
Good, man. Hanging out here. You're getting ready for your set, huh? It's coming up?
Yes, sir.
How do you prepare for an event like this out in public?
I kind of ran out of ways to prepare.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean, I used to, smoke before, maybe drink when I was younger, when I started out. But I mean, nowadays I try not to find a way to prepare. I just kind of be aware of the moment. Yeah. Just try to be in the moment as much as possible.
Nice.
That's really it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have more fun performing.
Yeah.
Once I don't psych myself out too much because, I still get nervous, you know, especially doing an event like this for the city and all that. So,
Yeah, how special is it, man? You're from here, so how does it feel to be performing for the city?
Man, it's this is one of the moments that I probably try to manifest when I was starting out, just being able to stand in front of my city and be I'll be the voice for everybody that don't got one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's a big thing for me. It's the second event I do for the city. I did Cars and Coffee right before this one. So,
nice.
Yeah, man. It's just like a surreal moment right now, 360 total.
Nice. How hard is it to clean up your act when you're performing in public for the kids?
It's a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie. But that's what we do rehearsals for and all that. So. you know, my manager George, he's usually on top of that, you know, and Jules too. They'll let me know ahead of time.
Nice.
It's a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean,
'cause you're so used to just saying.
yeah. But you just gotta make it fun at that point, you know.
Yeah. So your single Gemini just dropped.
Yes.
What went into the making of that?
It's just a good time to rap.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a good time to rap. Shout outs to Kendrick. And you know, just how everything was following, you know, the event. You know, we got other stuff coming up. We're doing a show with Bone Thugs next month.
Oh shit.
So yeah. So I mean, you know, it just seemed right for the timeline, you know, for hip hop and for what's going on with Viliami at the same time.
Do you feel like you relate a lot to the Gemini thing? Because I'm a Gemini too. And you know how they say like you got two faces? That's real for me.
No. They got it twisted. So I'm gonna clear this up right now. All right, you heard it here first. Geminis are not two-faced. We understand both sides of the story. And sometimes some of us just choose to play the middle, more the June Geminis than the May ones. Yeah. But I mean, we understand both sides of the story. It's not that we're two-faced, bro.
I'm a June Gemini.
We pick sides for sure. I'm not gonna pretend like we don't.
So yeah, man. Last time you were here on the show was in 2022 to promote the Halloween show that we did.
Right.
And it's been a minute now. How have you seen the music scene change in a year and a half?
In general, or just in Orange County?
In Orange County.
In general, I feel like, you know, like I said, now between 2022 and right now, like it's just I feel like it's cool to rap again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I felt like it was the right time to drop Gemini, because it's like, okay, I want to be on. It's just that time right now.
Yeah.
So, and then as far as Orange County goes, I'm seeing a lot more unity.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot more like camaraderie amongst everyone. Like, you know, everyone coming together to even do stuff like this. You know, yourself, Mondo. Yeah. You know, YBG, Jules. We're all connecting and we're all putting it together and moving like how I feel we're supposed to be moving.
Yeah, I think so. And I think now we're at that point where like anybody that's serious about it is still doing it, and anybody that like just doing it for the clout is like long gone. I think there's still some out there, I'm sure, but like in this scene, I would say.
I mean, you're always gonna have your entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's half of the business. That's the business part of this. Yeah. There's the music business, and then the business part is obviously the attention, the clout, and whatnot. But I mean, you're always gonna have that. That's always gonna be a part of it. It's just now, I feel it's up to us, you know, people like us to really shift the focus towards back to the music. You know, that's why we have stuff like this, Beats on Center Street. Yep.
Beats on Center Street. Yeah, so you have a show coming up, you said, with Bone Thugs. Anything else you're looking forward to this year? But first of all, how did that come about?
Shout outs my boy Panda, really. He just got the slot, put me on. Shout outs to Janet, Sess Management at the Garden Amp.
I was going to be at the Garden Amp. That's a cool venue.
Yeah. So we're going to be at the Garden Amp July 19th. So, Panda's the one opening up, but we've been putting each other onto opportunities. That's the homies. So
dope.
Yeah. So we got Bone Thugs next month. So I think because Panda does security too. So I mean, you run into a lot of people. So gotcha. Yeah. So, but other than that, like Panda's just been doing his thing too. So he's always been just grabbing these opportunities whenever he can. So it's like I said, we're all moving as a unit.
Cool, man. Well, it looks like you're on the right track. You're doing all the good things. I can't wait to see your set. Thanks for talking to me, bro.
Thank you for having me, bro. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, gotcha.
Appreciate you, bro.
The Rodriguez Show live from Anaheim here, and I am here with one of the performers. They just went on stage. Lotus Flytrap. How are you guys?
Hey, we're good, man.
Rocking and rolling.
Caesar, how are you?
Reese and Daniel. I'm good. Yeah.
Good.
Hanging in here.
Good.
I'm just a little bit like amped up from the day.
I know, the energy.
Yeah, you just came off stage. How does that feel? Like, do you feel amped up too?
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a rush going on right now. You know, I'm like, I was telling Daniel, I'm like, I think I just stopped sweating.
Oh, definitely that post-show buzz, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So how did you guys start working together as a group?
Okay, so I'm actually a vocal coach and a vocalist. And Daniel, I met years ago.
Many moons ago.
And he came in for vocal lessons. Yeah. And I was like, oh man, this guy, he's like performer to the max. He was working like 3 jobs at the time, like Knott's Berry Farm, Medieval Times, Disney or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But performance opportunities, he's there, you know?
Oh, okay.
And so that was really like what I coached him through was like, you know, just amping up his performance space and his performance voice. And then we just like bonded and connected a beautiful friendship, and here we are, like, I don't know, 7, 8 years later.
Yeah.
Dang,
I wanna say,
8 years?
Yeah,
something like that.
So, yeah.
I think one of my favorite things is we kind of started getting together. Like we always talk about, hey, we should jam sometime, and then we find just like, hey, do you have a Monday night free? Women? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then like the more we kind of started jamming, it was kind of like, oh, we can make this a thing.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Wow. So yes, you did a lot of great songs today. Like, how did you decide what covers to do for the set?
Oh yeah, we had a long list to choose from, and like we kind of just started like putting together the list based off of a mesh of what our personal genres are. And like my personal genre, like my go-tos are like soul, R&B. Daniel's more like
Alt folkish.
Yeah. And so we were like, what songs can we really like meet in the middle on? And we're also like big nostalgic nerds, so we were like, okay, no Scrubs. Like everybody knows TLC. Everybody knows Teenage Dream by Katy Perry.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's just in our heart. Let's just do it. You know.
And Teenage Dream is one of those songs where you listen to it and you're like, oh my God, like
Exactly.
it takes me back.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, let's just throw the hook out there and reel them in with that one.
So how many songs do you guys have to choose from that you know together? Like, would you say like that you're like, okay, we have like 50 songs, we get down?
I think our catalog is probably like, I want to say like 20-ish right now.
Okay, that's good.
And we're like learning more, you know, and working on some. And we've also thrown out the idea of working on original music too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the things that really kind of makes us unique is like because we have two very different backgrounds, it's like, all right, well, I know this song and I know this song, and then sometimes we'll put them in a mashup, or like, you know, we'll kind of play around with like sometimes Grease is on lead, I'll be on lead. We'll kind of take turns and just kind of really, you know, give and take and kind of make something together, which is really cool.
That's
dope. That's dope.
It works out.
So it's like a collaboration. So in a way, you're still creating. You're just creating like this version of the song you're gonna do together. That's so cool.
Yeah. And we have a really good space to do it too. You know, my family owns a recording studio out here in Anaheim, Love and Laughter Music Group.
Nice.
We're an exhibitor today too. We got a little booth set up over there. But we have a beautiful music and rehearsal space to work at the studio, so it makes it easier for us to like get on our
and
game,
do it.
you know?
That's so cool. How long have they had that studio?
So it's been in the family name for about 22 years now.
Whoa.
It's been awesome. My entire family is part of it. My dad, my stepmom, my brother, my sister, and I, and we're all partners. We have a beautiful venue. We're all musicians.
Whoa,
we all do something, you know. And we all kind of juggle business hats too. So I'm also like an event coordinator, and I do all of our venue coordination and stuff too.
Hey, you have a lot of roles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, we're a small business, but we're like very motivated. Totally.
Gotcha. That's cool. That's how you got to do it. You got to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So what do you guys got coming up?
So tomorrow, actually, we
Nice.
have open mic night at the studio at Love and Laughter Music Music Group, and we'll be on at like starts at 7. I think we're gonna be on like around 10, 10:30.
A little later in the evening.
Yeah. But there's gonna be live music all night.
Nice. How often do you do the open mics?
Open mic nights, we try to do them like once every quarter, so like 4 a year or so. This is our first one of the year though, because it's been popping.
Nice.
So we're about to just pop off with summer, you know.
Nice. Well, where can people follow you guys online?
Sorry.
Where can people follow you online?
Oh, at Lotus Flytrap.
Nice.
Yes, on Instagram, socials, Lotus Flytrap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out, talking to me.
Thank you, man. Good to see you.
Let's keep having fun.
Right.
We have another special guest. It's his first time here on the show. Hopefully first of many. Anthony James, what's up, man?
What's up, man? It's good to be here. Good to be here. Yeah, definitely welcome to coming back.
Hey, and you're about to get ready for your performance here coming up. How do you feel leading up to your performance?
I feel good, man. I feel good. I feel me and my producer, DJ, engineer, all the above, Jacob, Jer. We really prepped. We put a lot of time into the rehearsal. Really tailored the set list. Feeling good about it.
Nice. So I'm sure this is one of many events that you've done. But take us back to the beginning, man. How did you get started making music?
To be honest, I mean, I've been writing music since I was in elementary school. But I think the first time that I really started, trying to take an idea and, something that was just in my brain and, form it into something that was tangible was when I was probably, I want to say maybe 20, 21 years old. I was just fumbling around on my mom's work computer. She had GarageBand on it. And, I just, I was doing that. And then towards the end of I was a basketball player. Towards the end of my playing career, I started, taking it a little more seriously. I realized that, it could potentially be a career path for me, and it was what I love to do. So once the hoops was done, I was really 10 toes down with it.
So yeah, so you're saying that was that moment when you're like, okay, I'm done with basketball now for real. I'm gonna focus on music.
Yeah, I had a really cool moment. I think my summer of my junior season, going back into my senior season, I was home working out, training, but I was mixing in some sessions while I was home here and there, and I finally had some resources around me where I could take what was in my head and actually make it sound the same way I could, because I did my best, but I just wasn't skilled enough at the time.
Yeah.
And I had those resources around me, and then all of a sudden I heard it, my music with an actual mix, an actual master, properly in a properly treated room, recorded that way, and I was like, oh shoot, like it's matching what was in my head, and I may be able to actually do this. As much as I believed it myself, hearing it now was very reassuring.
That's dope, man.
Thank you, man.
So you were like, okay, I can make music now, but now performing it is different. Tell us about the first time you ever performed.
First time I ever performed. God, I can't even remember. The first time was probably I think I played I played at Dominican University. They knew that I was making music as well. It's in the Bay Area, and they have like kind of their version of like a spring fling.
Yeah.
It was called the Big Event, and they gave me like a 30-minute set right off the bat. 30 minutes. And I was juiced for it, and I did. In hindsight, I'm like, man, I really wish somebody I could get a 30-minute set from them now. And I'm sure if I reached out, I could, but. Man, just in hindsight, like what I feel like I could do with it now and all that. But we all grow, and it was a good learning moment and step, along the journey for sure.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And I'm sure you've come a long way, and that was years ago. Now you're a seasoned performer. Right? Yeah,
no, definitely. I mean, it's always improving, improving. It's funny. I take a lot of being an athlete with me into this. And, I'm gonna watch the film from this, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tweak it, and, see what I can be better about next time.
Nice. Well, that's dope. I'm looking forward to seeing what you got for today.
Thank you.
But you just dropped a video. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure thing. So I just dropped a project, actually, a two-piece called "The Floor Is Lava," very dance music. Shout out to Los Wave, another member of the Santa, another member of the Santa Ana community. I had been a fan of like his work for a long time, and I just cold turkey shot my shot in his DMs one day. I was like, dude, we gotta work. Yeah. And he hit me back like a month later, sent me a 2-pack, one, and they were both "What You Want to Do" and "I Don't Mind," and we've been sitting on them for like 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And finally it was its turn on the release schedule. We put the videos together. I've had that "I Don't Mind" video shot and finished probably for like a year now.
Oh my god!
But we finally just put it out, and it's getting loved on. And shout out to Faye Shockley, who was my co-star in the video. She was awesome, and I think I received a really good compliment about it, where they were saying that, everything that I do with a visual piece is all about matching the concept of the song or the feel of the song to the visual piece. And somebody, without even knowing that, kind of complimented me and said, hey, it really feels like it matches. And that was, it felt really good to hear that.
Dream come. That's what I was going
man,
for.
It really is. And I'm just grateful to have the resources around me to make these things happen now.
Nice. That's dope, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your set. It's continued success, man. What are you looking forward to doing this year? After this, what's next?
I'm gonna play probably Jamal with True 100. I'm gonna play. They have their True Fest on 714 Day.
Yeah.
And just releasing a whole lot more music, man. We have so much more. A lot of it actually. Whichever camera I'm supposed to look into. A lot of it is actually going to be previewed today. My set, we'll be watching this after the fact. My set is 8 songs long.
Okay.
And I think only 3 of them are songs that are released, 3 or 4 of them. So everything is new music, a lot of them from the next project in particular. So really excited to kind of, roll that out and just, keep the ball moving, keep it pushing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the best way I could put it. I'm always excited for the next thing because there always is a next thing. So I'm excited.
Well, have a great summer, man. And you can follow him on Instagram at Anthony4James. You can see it on the screen if you're watching the video. And that's it. We'll be back with more on The Rodriguez Show.
Appreciate it.
As somebody that's always out here at these events, Sammy Love.
Hi, Caesar.
Hey,
How
I feel
are
like
you?
every time I do a vlog or something, you're always there too.
Yeah, it's an honor too. Great minds think alike.
Exactly. Yeah. So how are you, Sammy? How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Life is great.
Yeah.
Life has its ups and downs.
Yes.
Recently, I've been pretty stressed. I feel summertime is coming around, new beginnings. And I was a little bit stressed, but everything fell into place.
Nice.
And I'm just happy to be here, taking it day by day.
Exactly.
Thanking
That's all you can do.
G.O.D. Yeah.
So the Cool Lab every other Thursday, right? Still?
Yes. So the Cool Lab is every second and fourth Thursday of every month.
Gotcha. How's that going?
It's going great.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I feel like it took some time for me to step into that role of being host.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much. I've learned a lot. I've gotten a lot of great guidance from Vincent, Brian, Rocky, Priscilla, just the whole team.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I love about the Cool Lab.
Yeah.
Everybody's got each other's backs. We always are there helping each other, telling each other like, hey, this is what we can improve on, or just passing ideas and just being very supportive. So it's been very exciting going into that role as host and helping this platform and helping the artists that hop into this platform and, you know, just sharing the passion in music, live music.
So speaking of the Cool Lab project, you have something exciting coming up that you do every year, the Cool Lab Festival.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's coming up July 20th, right?
Yes, July 20th at the Segerstrom Center for the Arts.
Nice.
And it's actually your fifth. Yes,
Nice.
fifth one.
Nice.
5 years of being at the Segerstrom Center for the Arts is like so cool, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because Segerstrom is about, you know, community, and they have lots of amazing shows. Like they had Moulin Rouge, they had Lion King, you know, those are inside, but like it's still a whole, you know, amazing place.
Beautiful, yeah. Every time I go, it's just such a cool place. And they have like the art installations too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. And, you know, you get to do it in the plaza. Shout out to my girl Priscilla. She is just so like, she always amazes me at how much passion she has into putting an amazing event.
Yeah.
And so we're super excited. July 20th, and we're gonna have awesome artists headlining. I will be headlining.
Hey,
So we're gonna have awesome artists. I'm gonna be headlining.
Nice.
So it's really cool. You know, like it's cool to see the progress from where I started, which was at the Cool Lab. You know, being like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm scared, and now hosting and now headlining, and just being able to have like all these connections with awesome artists and being able to have those songs come to life. Is really cool.
It's always a good summertime event. It's like you guys always do it perfectly in the summer. It's always so fun.
Yeah, and it's free.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free. Summer fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then there was a whole Battle of the Bands thing you did for it too. You want to talk a little bit about that? At this point, people can't vote, but like, how did it work out? Like, not how did it work out, but how did it work?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it was our first time doing it was called the Cool Lab That Battle of the Bands. First time, and it went great. We had 3 people who applied for it. They shot their shot and they came out and did their thing. And so people voted.
So your set is coming up right now. You're about to go on. How do you prepare for something like this?
Okay, yes, thank you. That's a great question. So definitely mentally prepare. I've been doing this for a while now, you know, not as long as other people have, but every single performance, you gotta do your best, right? So wake up, practice, make sure you go over the lyrics, and especially, you know, being a family-friendly event, sometimes you gotta fix your lyrics up. You gotta, you know, move some words around and just make sure you're always on point and you know what you're talking about.
Isn't it a little easier for you because of the Cool Lab though? Because
yes, so it has helped a lot. It has helped a lot to be able to transition from that to other family-friendly events. So yeah, I really appreciate all the awesome, you know, things that I get to learn as being a host. But going back to preparing for it, just really setting my mind right. Like, okay, this is another awesome performance, another awesome chance to get to know more people and just share the message within my music. So I really have to put my intention behind every performance that I do. So definitely setting my intentions, practicing a lot, practicing in the mirror, going over what I want to say. Sometimes, you know, going over what you want to say beforehand really helps. You know, some people are like, oh, but you're not being, you definitely are being authentic. You just want to make sure that you're clear with what you're going to say. I had a friend, his name's Miles. He helped me arrange some of my past performances, and I learned a lot of knowledge while speaking to him this one time. He told me that artists, like, the artists you see, you know, like Kendrick, like everybody, they practice that. Like, every single thing that they're going to think,
do,
they practice it. It still comes from the heart. So I definitely practice a lot of, my stage presence, and it also does come from the heart, Yeah, in that moment in time.
True,
Yeah.
no, because it's like you want to be prepared for that, and it's better than to have to think on the fly when you're like, I have to remember lyrics, I have to do this. It's better to plan everything you can.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
still have a good time.
I definitely still think on the fly.
Yeah,
Something happens, you're like, oh snap, you get nervous, or like something catches your attention. Thinking on the fly is like definitely a skill to have, and I do that. Again, that comes with like, okay, this came to my mind, I want to say it in a moment in time. But definitely having that and having a set, kind of like itinerary in your brain helps a lot. Yeah.
Well, I know you got to go soon, but I wanted to ask you about the song you got dropping on 4th of July with Gucci Mar.
Oh, yeah,
Talk about that. I heard that song a year ago, but now it's finally coming out.
Yes, I'm so excited. Yeah. I absolutely love collaborating with Gucci Mar. I love collaborating with Mar. Being in the studio with her is so cool. And we got to be in the studio with Daniel James as well, because it's produced by Daniel James.
Hey, shout out Daniel.
But yeah, being in the studio with her and just seeing how her mind works and everything is just so fun. Like, it's like, we come up with an idea and then we just kind of go off of each other. So it was really cool working with her. And also, I was having a little bit of trouble, as everybody does in the studio. You working with somebody else, so you're like, okay, like maybe just a little bit nervous, like we're friends, but you still get a little nervous, like, okay. But it was really nice to have her be like, you got this, girl, like, okay, take your time.
Nice.
And then when it hit, Nice. And I also really love how honest she is, because I had written a different verse and it was not it, It was not it. And so then I was like, you know what? Let me redo it, and then it was it.
Nice.
So,
that's so dope.
Shout out to Mar, Gucci Mar.
What's the song
will
called?
Be dropping. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what to say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But it definitely involves the word melanin in it.
Oh, nice. All right, well, I hope you have a great set. I'll be watching. I know you will. I just, wish you luck as always.
Thank you, Caesar.
Shout out Sammy Love. They can follow you at Sammy_Love, 2 underscores.
Yes.
And the Cool Lab at the 4th Street Market, and follow at the Cool Lab Project as well.
Yes, thank you so much. Make sure to stay tuned always to the Rodriguez Show.
Thank you, Sammy.
Thank you, Caesar.
Dancing Tommy, what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey.
Yo, what's up?
Hey. So I'm gonna give you guys each a chance to introduce yourselves. Go ahead and start over here.
Sick. Hey, my name's Gabriel Solorzano.
My name is Rudy.
I'm Sonia.
And I'm Toby.
Nice.
We're Dancing Tommy.
Dancing Tommy. So Pocket Change, the debut album, is out now. It's been out for a minute. People can check that out on all streaming platforms. How did you guys meet as a band? How did you start?
So, actually, this is my brother.
Yeah.
And this is my partner. And
nice.
Our sax player is another brother from another mother, and we're just a family that loves to jam, and that's
Been
how
playing
it all
music
started.
our whole lives, yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's just came together one day and decided let's do this. So
Actually, go outside and play music.
yeah.
Nice. How long have you guys been doing it now?
Like together, we've been doing it since 2019. Yeah.
Wow,
2019. So
Has it always been easy to work together as a group, family almost?
We've always played together. Like we've all. It started with our dad, who would like write his own music, and then it led to Sonia writing her own music, leading to Gabe writing his own music, leading to me writing my own music, and then just kind of filling in the spots,
and collaborating, and it does make it easy to work with people who are just equally creative, and we're all on the same page as far as.
I'm sure when you're on the same page, it's like you all speak like your own language almost.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
It does reflect on the music too. When we're feeling the music, I'm like, oh my God, I feel the vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
So who are some of the people that inspired you to get to the sound where you are, or just even in how things are done?
Man,
I would definitely say my dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say dad too. Yeah, our
my
pops.
dad
Yeah.
has his own band too in Bakersfield.
What kind of music does he play? Or
It's rock, jam,
Bluesy, like definitely bluesy.
A whole lot of stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
He's kind of. Our parents like introduced us to a bunch of just all different kinds of music, everything from like punk rock to reggae and country and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Nice. You can hear the fusion too. All the styles you described, I can hear it in the music.
Okay, thanks.
So I want to talk about your album. What went into the making of it? I'm sure it was a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely. It was a culmination of all of our songs and our time. Like we were playing the album for a while before we even recorded it, and then one day we got everything together and just decided to sit in the studio and get it done. So
nice.
It was a culmination of time and also support, a lot of support from people. getting us to in that studio. So,
are you recording new stuff now, or what's the next step?
we're working on some new stuff, but yeah.
Definitely are planning to record soon.
Yeah.
We have stuff that we want to record. So.
Nice. So yeah, Bakersfield, man. I haven't interviewed anybody from that area yet. What's the music scene out there like?
It's hopping right now, I think.
Yeah.
It's on and off, and it's crazy because it's so large. Not many people know how large it is.
Yeah,
It's
And
grown so much over the past couple of
It's
years.
so large that there's artists all throughout, just hidden gems that are just now starting to step out and realizing that there's a music scene out there, and they're like, holy shit, I didn't, I can cuss in the interview.
Yeah,
right?
you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
They're like, holy shit, like didn't realize that there was actually a music scene here in Bakersfield.
And the support has definitely grown in the music scene, like venues opening up and like the city being on
Supporting
art council and
local
everything.
artists.
Yeah, supporting local artists. So it's grown a lot.
Nice. Well, that's dope. So what are you looking forward to the rest of the year? You have any gigs coming up?
I think recording those songs that we really have been meaning to record and just getting better at what we're doing and conceptualizing the next album and
Possibly going on tour.
possibly going
yeah?
on a little
Probably
tour.
August, but we're still trying to plan out.
We've played a lot of shows, but we've never done a little tour, so we're like, we need to do something.
Yeah. Well, it's time.
Yeah.
You guys got the material. I'm excited to see where you guys go. And if anybody wants to follow you, they can at dancing.tommy, dancing.tommy on Instagram. And thank you guys.
Dude, thank you. Appreciate
thank you. Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
So we have another special guest, Bobo Burns. How's it going, man?
It's going great.
Yeah,
Good time today.
I heard your set earlier. How did it go?
Fantastic, you know?
Nice.
You know, good sound, good crowd.
It was great.
Can't ask for more.
Exactly, and you really went in on the guitar, man. I love when you do that. I was like, I would hear it, and then it would go. I was like, oh my god. So I have your Instagram here: acoustic troubadour, world traveler, inspired by Kerouac and Pollock, lover of toast, hater of cabbage.
Yes.
What did cabbage do to you, man?
I hate it. I hate cabbage. Kein cool. I've actually learned to say it in German. No cabbage.
No.
Yeah.
That's funny. So take us back to the beginning of your music journey. How did you get started making music?
I've been making music for over 20 years, like maybe 25 or so. Just in high school, I started, playing guitar and doing that thing, and always wanted to be a singer-songwriter, travel in the world, and that's what I do now.
Wow. So where have you traveled to, like your most memorable travel destination out of all the many that you've done?
In 2021, somewhere around there, I spent a week on the island of Inisheer in Galway Bay, Ireland.
Oh, okay.
That was a fantastic week, and I did a songwriter retreat there.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty great trip.
Dang. So what did that entail? Like.
It also had the Galway Songwriters Festival.
Oh, okay.
And so I was playing at that.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Wow. So this is not your first event here in Anaheim. You've done stuff before. What's your experience here with these Anaheim events?
I love it. The downtown Anaheim folks are great.
Yeah.
And I regularly come down to the farmers market and just set up and busk as well.
Nice.
I live about 1,000 feet from here.
Oh, so you're part of the community. You're always
Yes.
here. That's awesome. And then I heard you say during your set you dropped an album.
I dropped an album yesterday.
Nice. Now, how does it feel now that it's out?
It always feels good to, you spend time, with these songs in your head, and, you don't share them with the world, and then you put them out in the world, and you're like, oh, it's not so much mine anymore. It is mine, but it's everybody's now.
Nice. Now, how long did it take to create this project?
I started in, I think, January, so January to March.
Oh, okay. Nice. So what are you looking forward to doing now that the album's out and you're performed?
It's on a new label. I got a new manager. Things are going good with that. Just trying to, keep going to the next level, whatever that is.
Yeah, it seems like you're just living your dream, man. Does it feel like that?
It feels like that sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's ups and downs as an artist. Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, thank you for talking to me. They can follow you on Instagram at Bobo_Burns, and if you're watching the video, you can see it on screen. And yeah, I'd definitely love to interview you more in detail in the studio.
I'd love to come in and do it.
All right. Well, thank you, man. And this is not the last time you'll see him on the show, and we'll be back with more on The Rodriguez Show. Hey, guys. Welcome back to The Rodriguez Show. Shout out to everybody that I interviewed today. Shout out to Million Lovers for letting us borrow this tent. Follow them on Instagram at Million Lovers. Check out everybody I talked to today. They're great artists. It was a really fun event. What I learned, though, is do not bring a white light outside because The bugs will attack it. So that's it for me this week, guys. Shout out to Mondo too. He DJ'd the whole event. That's why he wasn't here with me. And keep it funky, keep it fresh, keep it sexy. We out. I'll see you next time.